All right, we're getting new information this morning about the $12 billion farm aid package President Trump just announced. A White House official says most of the aid will go toward crop farmers through one-time payments under the Farmer Bridge Assistance. The rest will be put aside for specialty farmers. The president said the package would not be possible without his tariffs. Those tariffs are also one of the reasons farmers need a bailout in the first place, as they struggle to sell crops because of the trade policies, because some countries have all but stopped, or did all but stop, buying U.S. product. With us now is Caleb Ragland, president of the American Soybean Association. Caleb, it's always great to see you. Your reaction to the news of this $12 billion package, how do you feel about it?
Well, John, we're thankful that the administration does have serious economic challenges in farm country, and this will help alleviate some of the losses we've had. This is a good first step, but this will only take care of about a quarter of the losses that the average soybean farmer has accumulated this year. We've lost an average of $109 an acre on this crop we just produced, and that's a very serious situation for the American soybean farmer, our number one ag export.
Yeah, just give me a sense of what this year has been like for you.
It's been a year of challenges and uncertainty, whether that be weather, whether it be markets. The cost of production that we have as farmers is at a record high. Fertilizer continues to go up. The cost of our equipment is going up. And unfortunately, we don't have commodity prices that are in line with that inflated production costs that we're continuing to experience. And we're operating at a loss this year, unfortunately. And without a change in the direction we're going to have a lot of farmers that are not able to stay in businesses, and farm families that are no longer able to continue that tradition. That not only impacts our farms, but also our rural communities and the economy of our whole nation. It's serious.
The Agriculture Secretary, Brooke Rollins, was asked by CNN's Caitlin Collins whether the tariffs and trade policies have contributed to the situation that you and other farmers are facing right now. I want you to listen to what the Secretary said.
There is almost zero evidence, if any evidence, that what they are doing and the challenges that our farm economy is facing in row crops has anything to do with these trade renegotiations.
She said your situation has nothing to do with the trade policies. What do you think about that?
Well, I think our situation is a combination of lack of market-based opportunities, which goes back to trade. We need a level playing field to sell our soybeans and other commodities. It also goes back, as I mentioned earlier, to the inflated cost of production that we have. And this is something that's been a problem going on 5-6 years, and it's really getting serious. Examples would be 5 years ago, phosphate fertilizer was less than half the cost that it is right now. We can look at our cost of equipment, seed, pesticides, everything we do is going up, and our commodity prices unfortunately don't reflect that. And the result is net losses for most of our farms, and that is not a sustainable situation for the agriculture economy or soybean producers.
You know, last time we've had you on, and we have had the chance to talk to you pretty regularly throughout this very difficult year, you told us that the government bailouts never make farms profitable. So while you're grateful for this, in terms of the long term, does this fix things?
Well, this is a Band-Aid on an open wound. And again, we're thankful that there's something that this will help keep some farms in business. But what we truly need are market-based solutions. Those are sustainable long term. Here domestically, we have opportunities for the administration to finalize the renewable volume obligations for biofuels here before the end of the year, the 45Z tax credit. We have numerous opportunities to expand markets worldwide, and we truly need demand. Because without demand, we're not able to receive a price that is economically sustainable for our crop. And that's what American soybean farmers want is opportunities to make a living, to make a profit from the market, not being dependent on the next program to keep us from bleeding to death. But the situation's serious. I've been farming 21 years now full time, and this is by far the most serious economic situation that I've experienced and my family's experienced. And I think that's the same for many farmers across this country. We're looking at a 1980s type farm crisis if this trend continues, and we're hoping to turn the tide. We need opportunity. The American farmer is the best in the world. We simply need a level playing field, both for our cost of production and making sure that we don't have obstacles that are causing our exports to be hindered. Because we're great producers, we just need a level playing field and opportunity moving forward, and hope the administration can deliver that in the future.
Caleb Ragland, we're grateful for the work that you do, so thanks so much for being with us.
This money would not be possible without tariffs. The tariffs are taking in, hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're giving some up to the farmers because they were mistreated by other countries for, I don't know, maybe right reasons, maybe wrong reasons. We're taking in so much money with the tariffs now that it's such a pleasure. Without it, we wouldn't be able to help you. We're making our country, we're the richest country in the world now.
President Trump is doing major damage control as the realities of the ongoing affordability crisis become harder to ignore. Part of his plan? Blame Mexico. In a lengthy social media post on Monday, Trump accused Mexico of treating American farmers unfairly and threatened to impose even higher tariffs. American farmers could be getting some relief from President Trump's ongoing trade war, but as CNN's Kristen Holmes reports, it may not be enough to recover from the damage that's already been done.
President Trump today announcing a farmers' assistance bill that will give roughly $12 billion to various farmers. $11 billion of that is going to go to farmers, crop farmers in particular, who fall underneath an assistance umbrella. The other $1 billion appears that it's going to be evaluated and given to farmers outside of that umbrella, different crop farmers. Now, this comes at a time when farmers have experienced an enormous amount of pressure, given low crop prices, as well as those tariffs that President Trump has put in place, particularly when it comes to those tariffs with China. One of the things that we have heard from a number of farmers, particularly soybean farmers, is that they've been absolutely crushed by those tariffs, to the point where President Trump had spoken to President Xi about this back in October, and China did agree to start purchasing soybeans again. However, when you hear pushback from some of those farmers, they say that it's just not enough, that they believed that it was going to be more than that and quicker than that. The White House says that they will continue, that China is holding up its end of the bargain. It's going to continue purchasing those soybeans. But again, that's not alleviating the pain, or at least not by much, that these farmers are feeling. Now, a White House official said that this would be done, these assistance would go out the latest would be February 2026. It's supposed to be a sort of setup for these farmers for the upcoming season, to help them get ready, prepare, purchase what they need to purchase. Only a one-time payout here. This is coming at a time in which it's not just farmers, it's across the board. The country is feeling the pain of the economy, particularly this issue of affordability. Now, President Trump here in this circumstance is reaching out to a group of people to help them that generally supported him in the last election, but there are others across the country who are really struggling right now. We're hearing that that Republicans are growing concerned about the messaging around the economy and affordability going into the midterms, particularly as people have expressed anxiety, including those who voted for President Trump, that things aren't moving the way that they had hoped in the economy. Even a recent survey saying that people felt that that they were worse off this year than they were even just a year ago. The White House, for their purposes, Trump himself has said that the affordability is a hoax, but they do believe, the White House, that they're going to be shifting their messages to focus on the economy. President Trump is going to give an economy-centric speech in Pennsylvania tomorrow. Kristen Holmes, CNN, the White House.